Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and to the apostle of Great Millstone. And enough respect to the brothers that are out there pushing and spreading the gospel of Yahweh Bahashim Yahshai to the four corners of the world. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahshai. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahshai. I just wanted to do a quick video, and the main point of this video is that our faith be increased. Now, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to go through precepts, just a few of them, which speaks about our future glory in Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, how our glory is going to be made manifest in the sight of all nations. But, when you, as of this moment, this glory, this future glory that we are to receive, it is not made manifest, Right now, people see us as bums, as nobodies. We are looked on as mud, probably, and it's kind of, if you don't go through the scriptures a lot, it is these, hissing and scoffs and these, sharp words that discourages men. Over time, it can wear you down, and if you're unlucky, you lose the spirit. So it's always good to go through the scriptures. As the scripture says, here, faith cometh by the hearing of the word. It's always good to go through the scriptures and build upon your faith. That's the most important thing. Part of you growing, if you were to grow in knowledge or in wisdom in the scriptures, it is to the intent that your faith grows. That's what it's all about. And so this is another daily edification to the intent that our faith may grow. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to bring out precepts about our future glory, and then I'm going to go through Acts, the 7th chapter, and about the bring out of just a portion of the speech that Stephen made before he was put to death. And I'm just going to, draw a comparison between the Moses, his early stages, to the point where he was actually established as a leader, of Israel, and all the glory that came with it. So let's begin. This is Romans chapter 8, start from verse 14. It says, "For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God," right? And this is what we do day in and day out. This is what we ought to be always about. It's the Spirit of God. We are to be led by the Spirit of God. Even when the world don't see what we're doing, even when the world does not recognize the value of this ministry, we still continue on in this ministry because what? Because we are led by the Spirit of God. So we always want that. And when you are led by the Spirit of God, the scripture says that you are a son of God. You are a true Israelite. This is what makes you a true Israelite. We talk about, the so-called white man and all these things, but, it all comes down to the Spirit. You can physically be Jake. You can be of the Spirit. You can be of the actual seed of Jake, and you will be saved. But, are you gonna have to be saved through the destruction, or are you gonna be that of that first fruit who actually prove themselves as obedient children of Yahweh Bashmi Ashai? So that's what makes you a true Israelite. A true Israelite is a son of God, and a good son, is a son that listens and obeys the instructions of his father. So this is what makes a true Israelite. A true Israelite is someone who is of the Spirit, of Yahweh Bashmi Ashai. It says, "For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adaptation, whereby we cry, Abba, Father," right? And this is what the Spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Ashai has done to us. It makes us speak boldly. It makes us go out to the highways and the byways, and to hell with all these hissing and the scoffing and all these things that goes on. It quickens us, and it makes us bold, and we go out and we preach about the destruction and about the glory of the Son of God, Yahweh Shai, when he comes and he takes the kingdom. It says, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. All right? And if children, then heirs, heirs of God, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also glorify together. And this is the reason why we do these things. We do it because Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, he is righteous to recognize our suffering, okay? The things that we go through, so that his name may be glorified, and he will repay us with what? He will repay our good works with, by making us heirs, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. Of course, nobody's on the level of Yahweh Shai, but we are gonna, we are gonna receive glory. Okay, it says, "For I reckon that the suffering of this present times are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed unto us." And Yahweh Bashim is so grateful that we are sinners where we deserve death. He has given us life, and not just life, but life in abundance, immortality. Okay, and on top of immortality, he has given us what he he has given us. He has made us heirs. Okay, so yeah, man, this is the love of Yahweh Bashim Yashai. It says, "For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God." So this just goes into, matter of fact, let me just bring the translation. How much greater, existence is going to be when we are ruling. It says, "For creation was subject to futility." Let's get it right now. Right, the NLT said, "Against its will, all creation was subject to God's curse, but with eagerness of hope." Okay, let me get that. If I'm just cut it in half. And right, it says, "For creation eagerly awaits with anticipation for God's sons to be revealed." That's what it's all about. This is, "For the endless expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. Because the creature itself shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God." All right. "For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also." Right? Hey, listen, when we come up into power, it's going to be a beautiful thing upon the planet Earth. Okay? The world is going to be so much better. Because people out here thinking that, human progress is people think that the modern world right now has made so much progress, from where we first began, in the ancient times. But I'm telling you that when we actually get into our kingdoms, the things that's gonna be made manifest, it's gonna blow your freaking mind off. So much so that it's gonna take an immortal being, to be able to enjoy these things. All right. It says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why does he yet hope for? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it." Right? Because it all comes down to faith. And I always give thanks unto Yahweh Bashim Yashai that, our deliverance is contingent upon our faith. He does not leave us out there, completely, he doesn't leave us out there without any kind of assurance, like without any hint or any previews about the kingdom. He always throws in something, whether it's a miracle, whether it's a dream, whether it's something, he always gives us enough. And that's the mercies of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. So so it goes into the glory, okay, that we're gonna receive. And let's see if I can bring one more precept upon that. Let's see. Um, let's see. It says, and because ye are sons, God has sent forth the Spirit of His Son into your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son. And if a son, then an heir of God, okay, through through Hamashiach, Yahushua. And hey, this is why all you non-Messianic Israelites out there, you don't know what it is that you're missing. You don't know what it is that you're casting away. Okay? It says, howbeit then, when we knew not God, yet did service unto them which by nature are no gods, right? But this pretty much goes into the how we're gonna be our rulership, okay? The glory that comes with this work, this ministry that we're doing. Okay, so this is Acts the 7th chapter, okay, and I just like how he put it, but just getting Acts chapter 7, verse 20, it says, in which time Moses was born, and was exceeding fair, and nourished up in his father's house 3 months. And when he was cast out, Pharaoh's daughter took him up and nourished him for her own son. And Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians, and was mighty in words and in deed. Yeah, so Moses had that. He had that royal education. Okay, and when he was full 40 years old, it came into his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Israel, and seeing one of them suffer wrong, he defended him, and avenged him that was oppressed, and smote the Egyptian. For he supposed his brethren would have understood how that God by his hand would deliver them, but they understood not. Okay, so here's the thing. For he supposed his brethren would have understood how that God by his hand would deliver them. Okay, so this was actually a way that this was the way that the Most High foreshadowed Moses' deliverance. But the scripture says that what he supposed that his brethren, which are the Israelites, would have understood that, but they didn't. Okay, and this is pretty much our lives right now. It's a very profound statement. Okay, and this is pretty much the daily lives that the men of the Lord, or those that believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, that we live in right now. Okay, the things that we're doing, we going out there into the highways, the byways, doing videos, teaching. It should be a sign unto these people that as to who it is that we are. Okay, as to the glory that is promised to us. But again, people don't see it because people are of the flesh and they are not of the spirit. They are what's that word? They are myopic, but it's just a joke, It says, and the next day he showed himself unto them as they strove, and would have set them at once, and would have set them at one again, saying, Sirs, ye are brethren, why do ye wrong one to another? So he's creating peace. He's creating unity. It says, but he that did his neighbor's wrong thrusted him away, saying, who made thee a ruler and a judge over us? So here it is. He's doing a good thing, but Jake, it says what? the Jake, right, who did his neighbor wrong, he thrust him, so he pushed him away, and he cursed his ass out. He's like, who the F are you, man? And who made you a ruler and a judge over us? Okay? He supposed that his brethren would have understood how the God by his hand would deliver them, but they understood not. And so they said this unto him, who made thee a ruler and a judge over us? And did not Yahweh Shemashai made Moses a ruler and a judge over them? He did. He made Moses a king over the children of Israel. Okay? It says, "Wilt thou kill me as thou didst the Egyptian yesterday?" Then fled Moses at this saying, and was a stranger in the land of Midian, where he begat two sons. Right? And this is pretty much the point that I wanted to bring right here. Okay? In this, beginning stages, it is common, okay, for people, it is very common for the beginnings of great men, to be humble. We have humble beginnings, and that's fine. People will notice that. But it is your job to keep that in mind. Just because somebody doesn't notice the greatness that comes with serving Yahweh Bashim Shai doesn't mean you have to not realize that. It is good for you to realize that. And it is good for you to hold on to that hope. And in time, I'm telling you, in time, because we're not talking about these other guys like Allah and all these other gods out here, these Moabites, God Buddha, who has like a stomach bacteria, and nobody really knows of, big belly guy, whatever it is, something's wrong with his earlobes. All these ridiculous gods out there. That's not who we're talking about. Yahweh Bashim Ashai works. He's a real power. And there's a reason that he alone, aside from all these other gods, these ancient gods, he alone has survived. And he's still prevalent unto this day. It's because of his works. It's because of his it's because of his works and how magnificent he is. That's how he has lasted for so many years. And he's going to last all these new gods too. So recognize we must continue in this ministry, right? And so don't let, like I said, don't let the hissing and the scoffing and the gossips, all right, and the slanders, don't let that discourage you. If you listen to that too much, I'm telling you, if you're unfortunate, you might lose the spirit. But what you ought to do is go through the scriptures daily, day in and day out, and build your faith. Plant yourself and become a defender. Matter of fact, let's see if we can get that. Let's see. I believe Philemon. Philippians. Let's see. Right. Right. This is Philippians chapter 1, verse 3. It says, "I thank my God upon every remembrance of you." And you brothers out there that are, everybody out there that believes in Yahweh Bashim Shai, it is a good thing that we're doing. It is a good thing, this endeavor that we have begun. It is a good thing, and the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Shai for all for everybody that's in this ministry. It says, always in every prayer of mine for you all making request with joy. And we request for what? For the brethren to grow and to be strengthened, and so that the gospel and the truth may be furthered. For your fellowship in the gospel from the first day until now, being confident of this very thing, that he which has begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, right? And this confidence, all right, let's continue. It says, because it is a beautiful thing for us to continue on this ministry, and for Yahweh to come and see us continuing in the work. Like it says, shall I find faith? And it's gonna be a beautiful thing. And when he comes and he's smiling at us, because we continue on with that good faith. Yo, man, what an amazing feeling it's gonna be. Because after he's filled with wrath and indignation, he comes, destroy all these people. Okay, destroy Babylon is destroyed. These nations are humble. Okay, but then with you, it's like, and then once he sees us, his mood changes, and it's like smiles and and hugs and kisses. I mean, just like like a good servant, and it's a beautiful thing for this work which has begun in us to come to fruition, to come to an end. Until the day of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Even as it is meet for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart, insomuch as both in my bonds and in the defense and confirmation of the gospel, ye are all partakers of my grace. Right. So we must continue on in this ministry, right? And defend, right? In defense and confirmation of the gospel. All right. So that's pretty much it. I didn't hope to make the I didn't wish to make this video very long, and hopefully it was it was not so long for you, for you brothers. So to the few, aquas that are also listening in truth and sincerity, and to the Akim, so to Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Eshai Barakatham. May the blessing of relation be upon all houses, and may we find grace in the eyes, grace and mercies in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Eshai, and may our faith continue and abound, right, so that we may be worthy of the salvation that comes in the future. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Eshai Barakatham.